Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. As you can see, I am dressed in my comfiest attire, because I need to be very comfortable and happy to be able to do this, you know? In today's video, I'm going to be reading some 1-star reviews of some of my current faves or really likes. Don't worry, there won't be any spoilers, just little descriptions of the books here and there. Remember, this is all for funsies, so if you don't like these books, that's totally fine. I'm always up for a good laugh, and these reviews are definitely that. Anyway, let's get started. So the first one is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Let's see. So, the synopsis for Ninth House. Galaxy Alex Stern is the most unlikely member of Yale's freshman class. Raised in the Los Angeles hinterlands by a hippie mom, Alex dropped out of school early and into a world of shady drug dealer boyfriends, dead-end jobs, and much, much worse. By age 20, in fact, she is the sole survivor of a horrific, unsolved multiple homicide. Some might say she's thrown her life away, but at her hospital bed, Alex is offered a second chance to attend one of the world's most elite universities on a full ride. What's the catch, and why her? Still searching for answers to this herself, Alex arrives in New Haven and tasked by her mysterious benefactors with monitoring the activities of Yale's secret societies. These 8 windowless tombs are well known to be haunts of the future rich and powerful, from high-ranking politicians to Wall Street and Hollywood's biggest players. But their occult activities are revealed to be more sinister and extraordinary than any paranoid imagination might conceive. Let's see what you're saying here. To the 1-star reviews. This person's saying, I don't know what the hell I was thinking the first time I listened to this. I guess they probably listened to it on audiobook. I mean, I fell asleep a lot. Tried to re-listen and had to skim through for falling asleep. The only part was about an evil person forced to eat shit that I thought was gross and cool. I was falling asleep again, so 1 star, and I unhauled and got credit back for the audio. Wow, that was a doozy. That was an opinion and a half. Another one says, oof, talk about disappointed. I've been waiting for this book to come out ever since its release and was announced, so you can imagine just how annoyed I am. I tried so hard to finish at least half the book, but I just could not. Oh, you didn't even finish half the book? I'm not gonna lie, I just cannot believe Leigh Bardugo wrote this. The same author who wrote 6 of Crows wrote this? Nah. All the 200 pages I read, I didn't have a single clue about what was happening. Didn't know who or what this Dante was, realized halfway through that Alex hadn't finished high school and that was rescued from a life of misery, blah blah. In all of this mess, it's kind of hard to give a damn about Yale's secret societies. Well, I mean, I don't know. You have a point about the beginning of the book. The beginning of the book is kind of slow and info-dumpy, but you gotta stick it out. I promise, if you stick it out, it'll get really, really good. Whoa. This book is superbly misogynistic, racist, and appropriative. It's incredibly pornographic? Rape is solely used for shock value and spectacle. This is a book that hates women and Mexicans. What? The prose is also not good. My review was too long to fit here on Goodreads, so if you are interested in reading my thoughts, okay. I'm not sure what they mean by this book being racist and misogynist against Mexicans. That's odd. That feels kind of out of left field. I did feel like the themes in the book were, yeah, the themes in the book are pretty dark, but I wouldn't say like. Next one on this list is Iron Widow by Shiran J. Zhao. I did a reading vlog of this book about a month ago, and it's basically a YA sci-fi fantasy story with mechas, with ancient Chinese culture inspired, and it's basically a treat for anime fans. A lot of anime and YA tropes get flipped on their heads. It's been described as Darling in the Franxx, but better. Yeah, I've heard it's controversial. It's controversial from what I've read, but I really, really liked it. Let's see what the one-star reviewers have had to say about this. So a lot of these are saying that it's it's portrayed as a feminist book, but it's not really all that feminist. Like I can kind of see what some of these reviewers are saying here. Let's see. DNF. What is this writing style? It feels so flat. Uh, Bro, what am I reading? This dialogue is awkward and cringy. A lot of people saying that this book is kind of very cringy and edgy. I wish I could scrub this book from my memory and go back to the last moments of happiness I had before reading this. I wanted to like this book so badly, but the best thing about it is the cover. Damn. This reads like a 2014 Hunger Games Space AU fanfic, and I mean that in the worst way possible. The main character is a not like other girls girl boss who makes snippy feminist comments every single page. She stays exactly the same for the entire book, as do all the other characters. I mean, I don't know about exactly the same, but yeah, it seems it's supposed to be the first book in a series, and it seems like for the first book the character development is really, really subtle. So I mean, I don't know, the series isn't over yet, the series isn't finished yet, so I can't really say too much about that. The next book I'm going to be reviewing is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. That's another one that a lot of people either really, really like or really, really don't like for a variety of reasons. Let's see what people gave this book one-star reviews for. All right. My main gripe would be the world building or lack thereof, but similarly, and coming a very close second were the characters. Underdeveloped, obvious, and annoying are only 3 words to describe them. Kel was the most developed. But even then, he was rather obvious at times, though some of his decisions were conveyed well. I cannot bring myself to write about the pathetic character of Lila, who I hope dies horribly at some point in the series. The other characters, though, billed at main, were background at best. We got no sense of any of them except perhaps Rye, but even then he was underdeveloped. I mean, it's also the first book in a trilogy, so I don't know. Let's see. Another 1.5 stars. Another reviewer mentioned that this book felt like a play for a movie deal. It does, big time. It feels like a terribly written action movie. One-dimensional characters, a somewhat interesting concept, action scenes with just enough dialogue in between to keep pushing the plot along. The author is primarily a young adult fiction writer, which doesn't mean she can't make the leap to fantasy or adult fiction, but she certainly doesn't feel ready for it. I like well-done YA fiction on occasion, but as I look through Schwab's work, there was nothing that I could ever pick up as an adult reading YA. At about 100 pages, I looked at how many pages had gone by and I thought, wow, I feel like I should know more about the characters in the world. At 200 pages in, I was completely disinterested in the characters and the unoriginal storyline. Another review says, DNF at 40%. Wow, I can't do it anymore. I'm out. I was doing this as a buddy read. I don't think I've ever tapped out of a buddy read before. Where do I even begin? I was rolling my eyes at every page. Are you okay? Do your eyes hurt? Personally, did not care for the writing. The short chapters were very nice, but the actual writing was mediocre at best. Lila was unbearably awful. If she put down women one more time, I was going to scream in all caps. I am so done with fantasy female protagonists putting down girly girls who wear dresses or like boys and makeup. It needs to stop. Girls are not better when they wear boy clothes or do boy things. Stop putting down girls who like feminine things. Kel was just a really emo, angsty, annoying version of Kessler or the Doctor, but the Doctor at least has a cool box. Kel has a fucking coat. His swoopy emo hair over one eye was dumb. The black eye thing, dumb. Basically, his entire character was one giant cliche out of an anime. Holland made 0 sense. 0 sense? Are you sure about that? Are you absolutely sure about that? Everyone's motivations makes no sense. The evil twin people were just evil to be evil, and the one plot point of Black London simply wasn't enough to keep me reading. Sorry, y'all. That was an interesting one. That was an interesting review. I wanted to like this book. I really did. The concept was great. The world was creative and beautiful. But then Lila happened. Oh boy. Took me ages to get through this book. I hated Lila so much. Kel was boring and Reese was a brat. Honestly, by the end of it, I was rooting for Astrid, hoping she'd kill her brother and take over the world. I got a good laugh out of this. Not gonna lie. And there you have it. Those were just a few of my many. Those were just a few of the many 1-star reviews of some of the favorite books I have, books I like. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did and aren't suffering from an existential crisis. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and a comment or subscribe if you feel like it. Let me know if you want to see more of these. Bye.